Football dreams we won't divide.
Super Eagles of Nigeria will play in Rwanda here at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium on Saturday. And then the whole tournament, 6 matches, they've only managed to win one. That's against Rwanda away and all of that. It's been a very poor run for us.
Definitely.
Let me be very direct here. Do you think the Super Eagles of Nigeria will qualify to the World Cup 2026?
Well, my answer has been no for match day 4. We cannot qualify for the World Cup. We throw our chances away. I think Finidi did us dirty in the sense that we had 2 games that we could have won. South Africa were our biggest rival. We drew here, then we went to a neutral game against Benin Republic, and unfortunately we went to lose. So we picked one from a possible 6 points and set us behind. And then after that, our next 2 games we were only able to pick 2 points again. This stadium, unfortunately, has not been able to give the Super Eagles any win in the World Cup qualifiers. A draw against Lesotho, a defeat against Zimbabwe, and a draw against South Africa, meaning that from a possible 9 points from home, we've only managed 2. If your child goes to school and come back with 2 over 9, you know what that is. Exactly. It's a failure. So for me, I think we cannot qualify for the World Cup. It's time to be honest. However, if FIFA takes away the 3 points from South Africa and we can now, and then we win against Rwanda and South Africa, maybe we can qualify. But if South Africa's 3 points remains, qualifying for the World Cup will be a miracle of epic proportion for me.
I was about coming to the FIFA and the South African saga. There's been a lot of back and forth and all of that. But from a professional point of view, do you think it's going to be right for FIFA to deduct the 3 points from South Africa based on whatever happens?
Well, the law is if an eligible player plays, we know what happens.
But now the thing is that it's the affected team that has to do the complaint.
But cast your mind back to when Nigeria qualified for the last World Cup. Now, we had a player who played against Algeria who was suspended and 3 points was removed. Now, he had no issue because whether he was left or removed, qualifying for the World Cup was already safe and secure for Nigeria. Now, the law is the law. Whether it's the team that they played against that filed the complaint or another team filed the complaint, FIFA must uphold the law. However, when did the complaint come is where the next question will be. Because South Africans are arguing that there's a rule that says that it should come between a certain period of time. And if it also come between that time, it means that it's not a valid case. Now, FIFA will need to look at all of this case critically because their next decision will make or mar, the World Cup qualifying in Group C. So for me, I think Nigerians should not hope for it. Because let's assume the 3 points comes to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But have we done our home ground? Of course, I go out for South Africa, but have we done enough to want to be at the World Cup? The honest answer is no. My brother, 6 games at the World Cup in the qualifiers, 7 points. 6 games at the World Cup qualifiers, 7 points, and 7 goals scored. Do the math.
That's a lot.
That's a poor run from a team that has Victor Osimhen, Boniface, Ademola Lookman, Samuel Chukwueze, Tolu Arokodare. No, I'm even talking of the attacking powers, and we've considered 6 goals, my brother. We cannot help ourselves.
And I was coming to Erichel. Erichel made a boost up, dropping Victor Boniface. I mean, he has been invited over and over again. No go for the Super Eagles and all of that. Do you think it was wise for him to drop Victor Boniface and replace them with Cyril Desas and Arokodare?
Well, for me, I think the dropping of Boniface was not because he's not been performing in the national team. It was more of psychological. For me, my personal opinion, though I might be right, I might be wrong, I'm not in the coach head because this is a player that had issues with trying to get a club and all of that, finally made the move on the final day of the transfer market. So you expect to be the coach to protect him because when it comes, all of the conversations will be about what happened, did he fail in medical. Just look at Ademola Lookman now, he's been shielded. I'm sure he was not part of the media parliament, all of these things just to shield him away from questions on why did he not go to Atlanta, why did he not leave Atlanta, all of that. So for me, I think it was the right call. Desas is not a bad striker. He scored more goals than Boniface, let's be honest with ourselves, last season. Arokodare also scored more goals than Victor Boniface last season, and these players have been knocking on the door. We saw Desas at the Unity Cup, one of the goal scorers. We saw Arokodare, I think, against Russia. He scored the goal, so they've been knocking. So they deservedly should be in the team ahead of Boniface.
The match against Rwanda, what do you take from it? What will you make of it?
Actually, the match against Rwanda is a very big game, and it's a must win for Super Eagles. A mere fuck up, not even a mere drop, even if it's 1 point. I don't think we'll make it to the World Cup.
But the thing is now, do you even trust the Super Eagles of Nigeria? The current Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Very, very well. Very, very well. Okay, though the last match we played Rwanda here, we lost, but anybody that in sports will understand why we lost to Rwanda. It was just a mild game and we lost to Rwanda just to stop Libya from going to AFCON. So I'm 100% sure Nigeria will win Rwanda.
Okay, I like your patriotism, but let's come from a professional angle. 2026 World Cup is looking at us. Do you think that Super Eagles of Nigeria can, by any miracle, qualify?
Yeah, just that what I hate in Nigeria is we normally like stressing ourselves because on the norms, look at our group. Apart from Bafana of South Africa, who else is there? We normally like stressing ourselves. Now everybody will buy calculator, start calculating points. For me, the remaining 4 games, you just in fact, who is Bafana to us? Compare the squads.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, we should win every game.
But you know the problem we have, the problem we lack as a national team is that squad depth. No doubt we have the fancy, flashy players. We have the Kevin Bassey and Alexi Wobi that will tear English Premier League apart in Fulham. But when it comes to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they don't seem to bring out that they are raw.
That is always the problem, and I don't know, like I don't even know where it normally comes from. Okay, previously Alex Iwobi against Manchester United, he won the man of the match, almost finished the former Real Madrid star.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Super Eagles, we will play as if, is it that they are not paying them? When it comes to Super Eagles, I don't even know. They will just play. We don't even understand their ball play. Is it the coach? Is it what is going on? That is always the problem.
Now let's talk about the coach right now. Eric Cheo rather has made a very shocking decision, dropping Victor Boniface and then bringing in Aruko Dari and Cyril Desas. Do you think that's actually a very wise decision from him?
Sometimes, it's a wise decision because we all seen what Victor Boniface is not really picking up once it comes to national team. They go to Germany, he's everywhere, but he's not really picking up. So for me, it's the coach decision. We can't decide for him.
Your take?
Well, for me, I feel like Nigerians are doing their best because as we are here now during the training, you can see that they are putting all their efforts to make sure that they have a victory in the home game.
All right, but this is for the game. Yeah. We're looking at their precedent. 6 matches in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and then they've only managed to win just 1 match, and the rest have been a draw or a defeat. How has this been a preparation for the Super Eagles? This is not like the Super Eagles we used to know. Now we are all into our calculations. From you, professional angle, do you think Nigeria can qualify to the World Cup 2026?
Well, I feel like because we have 4 matches remaining, right? So I feel like it will be very tough for us. But Nigeria, as I can see, they are doing their best. They are doing their best. They are working very hard. And like as you can see, they came on Wednesday. That same Wednesday, they are training Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Saturday the game. So yeah, I feel like there's a chance. And like there's hope that if we win all, we'll be able to like win 3 or draw 1. Yeah.
All right. So the fight goes down basically to South Africa. After playing Rwanda, we have to go to South Africa and see what we can salvage from there. And South Africa is playing their 3 last matches at home. They're going to play against Zimbabwe, and all those matches are going to be at home. Do you think by any miracle we can qualify to the World Cup ahead of South Africa?
Well, for me, I really hope. But wait, last time I think we beat South Africa. So yeah.
All right. So you see what the coach did. Drop Victor Boniface has not scored a single goal for Nigeria, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, since he made his debut. And then now there's new Aruko Dari, and there's also Cyril Desas and all of that. Do you think that was a wise decision from the coach, talking about Eric Chell?
Well, they are the youngsters, so I feel like bringing the youngsters in is very good choice. So,
are you sure that Cyril is a youngster? But anyways, do you think that Victor Boniface has been performing or underperforming for the Super Eagles?
I feel like there's time that a player will be on form and there's time a player will not be on form. But I feel Victor Boniface is not actually doing it on purpose to not actually score a goal for Nigeria. So yeah, I feel like it's not his fault.
All right, so the match is on Saturday. Earlier you said Nigeria is going to salvage a win against Rwanda here. So basically, let me ask you, what do you think is going to be the scoreline?
For me, I feel since it will be a home game, let's say 1 goal difference or a 2 goal difference highest.